Everybody, welcome to another edition of The Daily here with Simon Board. I'm Nick Fershaw. A busy day on Wednesday night. We'll try and wrap up all the details, starting with the U.S. national team. A 4-2 loss to Belgium in the first of two international friendlies in the tune-ups for those World Cup qualifiers later this month. Out in Cleveland, started well, good first half. What happened?
Okay first half, Nick. I got a silver lining for you here. 4-2 was the final result. The silver lining, Belgium wasn't even trying. If they had tried, and by the way, they got the couple PKs that they deserved, would have been much worse. To me, I don't know what the U.S. gets out of playing a team like Belgium. I would rather have seen them play Ecuador. I think that's better preparation for the World Cup qualifiers.
Well, our own Jason Saghini and Samantha Yarock were in Cleveland covering the game. Let's throw it to them for some more insight.
Thanks, guys. Well, Jason, it wasn't quite the result the U.S. team was hoping for.
No, but Jurgen Klinsmann after the match was quick to point out they need to play games like this. They need to play against the highest competition they can. They were outclassed at times by this Belgium team, everywhere from the goalkeeper position all the way to the front of the field. So when you look at it, Klinsmann saying in the press conference, this might have been the quote of the press conference, he'd rather play Belgium 10 times than play El Salvador 100 times. And basically what he's saying is they're only going to get better by playing these better teams, and they have another one lined up now on Sunday in Germany.
Well, despite the loss, there were some memorable moments from tonight's match, including DeMarcus Beasley's 100th cap and the return of Stu Holden to the team.
Yeah, as far as Beasley goes, it had to be great to play in front of friends and family here in Cleveland. And Jurgen Klinsmann pointed to him as one of the bright spots in this match, and he really was. I agree with Klinsmann that Beasley at left back has really been a little bit of a revelation. We asked Beasley after the game if he thought he was going to get to this 100th cap. He said, somewhere around 87, 88. I didn't really think it was going to happen. But now he's kind of rejuvenated himself. He's now pushing for playing time at this left back position. While he doesn't want to admit to being a left back, he said, if Jurgen Klinsmann has confidence in me at left back, then I have the confidence to play it.
Well, the U.S. team is hoping to put tonight's loss behind them as they prepare for Sunday's match against Germany, which you can catch at 2:30 p.m. on ESPN2. Now back to you guys in New York.
Thanks, guys, and don't forget the U.S. national team back in action on Sunday. They're going up against Germany out at RFK Stadium in D.C. That game is at 2:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. There's a live chat on MLSsoccer.com. Next up to the world of MLS coaching. Jose Luis Sanchez Sola is out as the top man at Chivas USA. This news broke late on Wednesday night. Not necessarily a surprise when you consider Chivas USA stuck in a 7-game winless streak in MLS play. This guy was great for quotes, great for the media to cover him, didn't get it done on the field. What do you think?
He started out well. They had a great run, and I think that was maybe the surprise factor. New tactics, new players, so people didn't really get a feel for them until later. They're winless in 7. No surprise here. The rumors actually have been circulating for a while. What's interesting is that Chivas USA, in its official communication, noted how he didn't always follow the conduct expected of a manager. So they brought that into it. It wasn't just about the field. But let's be clear here. This wasn't just Chelis. This is a squad that he has that Chivas USA think is up to snuff, but I don't believe it is. They got rid of Juan Agudelo. I thought they're shining light in attack. Yeah. So this was a team that I think structurally has to change.
Just 3 wins for Chivas USA so far. They're in the bottom of the Western Conference standings right now. Let us know what you think about Chivas USA and the first big coaching change of the year in the comments below, and keep it tuned to MLSsoccer.com as this story develops. Well, on the field in Canada and the United States on Wednesday night, 2 big tournaments. We'll start with the Canadian Championship, where the Vancouver Whitecaps were hosting the Montreal Impact in the second leg of that tournament final, with a berth in the CONCACAF Champions League on the line. Vancouver seemed to have all their ducks in a row. What happened? A 2-2 draw sends Montreal through.
Well, Vancouver had the better start. They had multiple chances. They just could not put away. And you left Montreal in the game, and Montreal, they're so expert. It's so great to watch them because when they're with the ball, they just know what to do. They're so calm. You never saw them lose their cool. So they get the equalizer once, they fall behind again, still get the equalizer again. And I think this is an expert team going up against a Vancouver side that really hasn't found its way yet.
So a big congratulations to the Montreal Impact. They're headed to the CONCACAF Champions League. Another berth on the line for the winner of the U.S. Open Cup later this year. It's not going to be the Seattle Sounders. We learned that on Wednesday night. They lost on the road at the Tampa Bay Rowdies, the reigning champs from the NASL. The LA Galaxy also went down. Bruce Arena didn't travel for this game down in North Carolina. Bigger surprise, the Sounders or the Galaxy losing?
I would have to say it's the Sounders, because the Sounders put out a pretty good team on the field against Tampa Bay. But Tampa Bay, they're the NASL champs. They're the second division champs. Look, they got a goal in the 75th minute, but Seattle, they had a penalty kick, Obafemi Martins. Yeah. Your DP already with a strike on his record, not able to convert, watches his shot saved by the goalkeeper. Seattle's out. What a day for Portland, though. Portland fans are reveling because after Seattle loses, they win handily 5-1. Frederic Piquion, 4 goals. And they could have set up a Portland-Seattle matchup if Seattle had won.
Instead, Portland will take on Tampa Bay. And one other storyline from Wednesday night, Mike McGee in his debut for the Chicago Fire gets a goal, and the Fire win their third-round matchup in the Open Cup. Log on to MLSsoccer.com for complete coverage of the Open Cup, and keep it tuned to Extra Time Radio. The podcast comes out on Thursday on iTunes, Buzzsprout, and Stitcher Radio. We'll talk about the national team, the U.S. Open Cup, and big coaching changes at Chivas USA, and make sure you log on to the site later today for the starting lineup video. Andrew Wiebe is back, our resident fantasy expert, setting your lineups up for this weekend. That does it for us. We'll be back again with another edition of The Daily tomorrow.